Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Thrive with Nati. I'm Nati, and this is a space where we come together to celebrate each and every one of our wins and learn to thrive together. And we're going to jump right into my week 2 update on the 75 Hard Challenge. I'm going to share the struggles, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So go grab your favorite drink, take a seat, and let's get right to it. Before we jump right in, I want to give a quick little recap of what the 75 Hard Challenge is in the event that you don't know or haven't heard of it before. So, it is a mental toughness challenge created by Andy Frisella to develop healthy habits and create more discipline, which is honestly the biggest driving motivator for me. That is to create more discipline in my life and just prove to myself that I can do it. As I mentioned in my first week recap, this is my third attempt at the 75 Hard Challenge. The first time I made it past day 20, the second time I made it to day 8, I believe. I've learned a couple things here and there from my first 2 attempts that I've implemented into this third time because I am committed to successfully completing the 75 Hard Challenge. I will do it. My start date was December 30th. My end date is March 14th. And as of right now, we are on day 16. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what has been happening the last couple weeks. And stay tuned because I will be sharing my weight loss results at the end. So let's talk about the good stuff first. What I've noticed in the last couple weeks, especially the last few days, is how much better I feel mentally and emotionally. I truly believe that the foods that we consume directly impact how we feel, our energy levels. When we are taking in healthier foods, we feel more energetic. And when we feel more energetic, we tend to be more positive. So that has definitely been a very nice added bonus to the last few days. I actually have been receiving a lot of compliments about how much happier I seem. I really believe that it is the adequate amount of sleep that I've been getting. And I also think that it has a large part of me cutting out gluten and sugar from my diet because I have noticed that the last couple years, my body has developed some type of aversion or allergy to anything that contains a lot of gluten or has a lot of sugar in it. I just feel so lethargic afterwards. I feel heavy. I feel tired. I feel like I need to take a nap after a meal that contains a lot of these things in it. One of my focuses when I meal prep is to stick to lean proteins and complex carbs and not really restrict or eat anything, just be a little bit more aware of what I'm putting into my body and how I feel after I consume certain things. My meal plan pretty simple. For breakfast, I have a protein shake or I'll have a chia pudding or I did an egg bake this week which has been really filling and it keeps me full for a couple of hours before I have a snack or lunch. For snacks, I typically have fruit or a protein box that contains veggies and eggs and cheese and deli meats, things of that nature. For lunch, I made the feta
I haven't
chicken
seen.
viral
I'm looking at
pasta
pictures in a
without the
while.
noodles.
Last time
I also made a garlic Alfredo chicken and broccoli bake this week, which has been really nice. For dinner, I typically have some type of protein and veggie as well. I've snuck in some potatoes here and there, regular potatoes. I even had a little bit of rice one day, and I noticed a huge difference in how I felt afterwards. I did not feel light. I did not feel as good as I do when I eat things that don't contain those items. So that's something that I'm much more aware of now going forward. And I won't be consuming as much throughout the next 75 days. Another thing I've noticed is I don't feel the need to drink coffee, which is key. So part of my diet was no Starbucks. I am not allowed to have Starbucks or go to really any specialty coffee shops for 75 days. I know. What was I thinking? But it has been surprisingly easy this last week. The first few days were not easy. I had withdrawal symptoms, I had headaches, I was cranky. But this week, I really haven't missed it at all. Maybe the taste of it or the actual ritual of going to get coffee is what I've missed, but my body is not craving it, which is honestly surprising to me. And I'm so excited because the amount of money that I was spending on coffees, ma'am, you mean to tell me I could have been saving all of that? Which is so crazy. The mood enhancements and the way that I've been feeling has been such a nice surprise. Just hoping that it continues to get better from here on out. Let's talk about the workouts because 2 45-minute workouts a day and one of them has to be outdoors feels a little intimidating. And I'm not going to lie, it is difficult. Some days I am, what did I get myself into? Day 14 of 75 hard, and I kind of fucked up because I did not do my walk this morning or during my lunch. So I have to do it now. And it's dark and it's nighttime and I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it because I am on day 14 and I'm not gonna mess it up because I didn't do my walk. So here I am doing my walk, my outdoor workout. Let's do it. But I have learned to work it into my schedule, causing as little inconvenience as possible. So what do I mean? I usually go for a walk on my lunch break. I have an hour lunch break. It doesn't take me an hour to eat my lunch because they're pretty small. And I go for a walk for 45 minutes outdoors. I cannot tell you how much of a positive impact that has had on my mental health. I don't know if it's because I'm reconnecting with nature. I don't know if it's because I'm more present. I don't even take earphones with me, to be honest with you. I just walk and I look at street art, or I look at the architecture of buildings, or I people watch those who are walking by me and I look at their outfits. It's just been really nice to get out there, and the weather in South Florida has been incredibly beautiful. It's been breezy and cool but sunny. So I have had that on my side. The first week, I went a little too hard and I ended up hurting myself a little. So this week, I wanted to focus more so on just building my endurance and my stamina, doing a lot more cardio and less weight training because one, I am focusing on fat loss and cardio helps with fat loss. I will be implementing light strength training back up next week, but this week I wanted to just build up my energy. So I do rowing, I do the bike, I do the elliptical, I do the treadmill. I have a heated pool that I want to start doing next week, like going for an early morning swim as part of recovery day. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it because it's still a little chilly in the mornings, but the pool is heated, so that's nice. I have to say the MVP is definitely the outdoor walks. I strongly encourage you, if you are overwhelmed or you're intimidated and you don't know where to start when it comes to being physically active, start with walking. Even if it's indoors, like on the treadmill, or get yourself one of those really cheap walking pads. If the weather permits, go outside and take a walk. Walking is so good for you. It's good for your joints. I can honestly say that I can contribute most of my happy feelings lately to my outdoor walks. Let's move on to the physical changes that I have been noticing. Aside from the increased stamina and endurance, I feel so much less bloated. Like that uncomfortable feeling in your stomach where it just feels tight and full. I have not experienced that this week. Aside from that, I know it's only been a couple weeks, but the stiffness that I was feeling in my hips and my lower back are virtually gone, which is pretty amazing because I'm not going to lie. Having gained weight over the last few months really put a strain on my joints and my body. I was waking up and I could barely move and get up out of bed because of how much pain I was in, primarily my lower body. I realized how much pain I was in until it has been gone. I didn't realize how much it was affecting me and impacting my emotional and mental well being until it has been gone. So that has been such a welcome relief. I have also noticed that I feel a little less tight in my clothes, which is really nice. But I do have to attribute some of that bloating being gone to these detox colon cleansing pills that I have been taking, which I normally do every time I start some type of diet or fitness challenge just to kind of reset my body. And that has been super helpful in getting that bloated feeling out of the way. One of my biggest wins this week has been sticking 100% to my dieting. And I have to say that meal prepping has been the biggest lifesaver and game changer when it comes to being successful on the 75 hard challenge this time around. I am committed to meal prepping once or twice a week, depending on what I've cooked and how well it keeps in the fridge. But having ready to go healthy meals in the fridge at all times has been a game changer. I don't feel the urge to go and get something unhealthy. I've been sticking to my calorie intake well as my protein intake because that's a pretty big deal for me. I'm on a 1400 calorie diet and I am taking in over 100 grams of protein every single day. That is another tip that I will share with you. If you are on any type of fitness, wellness, weight loss, any type, even weight gain journey, meal prep. Always be ready. What is the saying? If you don't, what is it? If you fail to plan, you to fail type of thing. Meal prepping has definitely been part of my success story so far. Sticking to my diet has given me such a confidence boost because again, I am doing this challenge mostly because I want to prove myself that I can be disciplined. And I just feel unstoppable right now. And I hope that this continues because it is a really great feeling to be able to sit here and say, Natalie, you're doing it. You're doing the damn thing. Like you put mind to it and you're actually getting it done. We jump into my weight loss results. If you are in any way, shape, or form triggered or affected by weight loss or talking about weight or the scale, please stop the video now because I will be discussing my weight loss over the last week. I'll give you all a minute. All right. So, the moment we have been waiting for, drum roll please, I have lost an additional 5 pounds this week. Adding that to the 3 pounds that I lost in week one, that brings us to a total of 8 pounds, which honestly feels pretty amazing because I gave myself a mini goal of 10 pounds in the first month of 75 hard. So, knowing that I'm 2 pounds away from that in week two feels pretty amazing. Now, I know that the number on the scale is not everything and it's not a true depiction of your success on any type of fitness or wellness journey or challenge. However, I do have a weight loss goal in mind. I am currently overweight for my height and I do want to feel my healthiest. I want to look my best. And for me, that is a number that I am trying to achieve. Now, do I feel like it's going to slow down at some point? And will that affect how I feel about my success on this journey? I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm just going to enjoy the feeling that I have right now, knowing that my hard work is paying off and it is showing in a very tangible way on the scale, aside from looking better and feeling less bloated and having my clothes sit differently. The number on the scale is a way for me to measure if I'm doing the right things when it comes to what I'm eating and how I'm working out. So 8 pounds in 2 weeks is pretty good. I was really hard on myself the first week because I only lost 3 pounds and I felt like I should have lost more. So I had to quickly catch myself and give myself a pep talk like, girl, you lost 3 pounds. So again, I'm having that pep talk right now like, girl, you lost another 5 pounds. You lost 8 pounds in total. Like, you need to just stop and celebrate real quick. So, yeah, that's recap of week 2. It has been going really well. Things that I want to continue to improve on next week, like I mentioned, I want to start incorporating strength training back into my workouts a little bit more than just walking. Like I said, going swimming. I might try my first Pilates class. You better watch out, Pilates, because I'm going to be a little Pilates princess. Uh, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below. Have you done the 75 hard challenge? Are you currently doing it? What are some of your tips you can share with me? I am here for all of the motivation. And what are some things that you want to know? Is there anything that I didn't cover? Anything that you want me to go more into detail? Please let me know. This is a community where we are helping each other, like I said, thrive and live our best lives. And we can only do that if we share. So tell me, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want more updates, and I cannot wait to see you at week 3. Bye, guys.